institution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Utes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fair catch, called for and made. Line gets set, first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Getting some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, and this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's back to throw on second down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, James Madison.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the single back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Might be looking to run. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
They're bringing heat. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. The Utes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw it again. Dances away. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Off play action. Unleashes it on the run. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they will score. Touchdown, Dukes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the...
Speeding down the left side. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Utah!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Going with the ground game left. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll run for it on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead down a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to run it back. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Utes in the hurry up. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He wants to throw it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Using his feet to buy time. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Knight. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
At the 45, on his way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10.
3-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. Now rolling to the left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking left. Touchdown, James Madison. And they add 6 more to the board, but that tripled the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team has put everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got his man in the middle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He uncorks one deep. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Looking to scramble. Back open in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45.
First down, JMU.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. Still a 17-point cushion. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Dukes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, and you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Connors. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Lets it fly deep downfield.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Here's the handoff. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
24, Utah 14.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can...
He smashes his way through again. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Looking for a big play. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're trying to get to it. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Touchdown, Dukes! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder.
What a nice job by the punt returner. First thing he does, secures the catch, and you can tell they set up the return. He reads his blocks really well, turns on the afterburners all the way to the end zone. Special teams coming up with the huge play.
Wants to pass. Coming after it. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, James Madison, 33, Utah, 14.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Utes headed quickly to the line.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got a man, it's Frazier. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
First and goal, Utah.
Going up top on first down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 12 with the carry.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll go to the air. Still looking, on the move. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Trying to get behind the defense. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking for his man. Finds a man in the middle.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Always a welcome play. get a sack at the 47.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Works the middle of the field. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Utes are in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs in it.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Utes! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
2nd down now after the sack. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They feed him again. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game, and what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Coming up, 4th down.
The Dukes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
First down for the offense.
And the Utes with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going for it all. Touchdown, Utah! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game.
Man, how about the execution by this offense? Taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose. No pressure at all. Go kick that thing to the uprights, and you get the big W.
And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Quarterback checking off. To the air on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate